Poreotix wins? I can't believe it! Hey everybody, welcome to the Fresh Dish for ABDC Season 5.
And it is the finale. Poreotix takes it.
They won. I can't believe they won. This entire time I thought they were not going to win, and they won.
But you seriously did?
No, come on. I called it from the beginning. Stop it.
I was wondering if there was something I missed on a certain week.
Yeah.
Going back and forth, I think, but yes.
Yeah.
Your crew won. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. All right. Perfect. But you know what? We all win. And I'll tell you why. Because that was some great dancing, especially for the finale. Here I'm thinking, oh man, what are they going to do for the finale? Is it just like a 2-minute show? And they're just going to announce the winner? And that's it? No. They're bringing back all the crews.
All 9. I think before we get into kind of giving Poreotix props for winning, let's break down the night.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's go West versus East. Now, this wasn't a dance battle, but, you know, me kind of looking into it, reading into it, I kind of made it a battle.
Yeah. No, yeah, you have to.
I wanted to choose a winner.
Yeah, because they broke it down, West, East, and South, and you knew the South just wasn't going to be competition because they didn't have anybody even in the final 3, right?
That's why to me it's just West versus East, and then South kind of does their thing at the end.
Yeah. So so we started out with the West, and we had Poreotix, we had Hype 5-0, and we had my favorite team of all time, Heavy Impact.
Heavy Impact!
Heavy Impact! What'd you think?
Well, for me, I think that definitely, well, before we get into I know we haven't talked about the East yet, but the West definitely won this. Like I said, to me, it was a battle. My favorite part was when they all got together, because, okay, let's back up. They all performed, but each crew kind of gave a shout out to their own style, right?
Right.
But to me, the best part was when they all did the Poreotix moves.
Yes.
You know, they were, ooh, ooh,
yeah, that was really tight. Yeah, they were like in a like 3 different lines, and then they were all doing it. And to me, it was like, Poreotix just stood out the most out of everybody, you know, and it was like, okay, yeah, I could see why they're in the finals, you know, and honestly, I thought Heavy Impact danced better than Hype 5-1, but that's just me saying it. Not Tami, not the show, just me personally. I just thought Heavy Impact was better than Hype 5-1.
Well, I disagree, and I'll just say everything I think lined up the way it was supposed to be. Now I think, like, should I have known all along, Ernie, that Poreotix was going to win?
Right.
Because I thought Hype 5-0 was better than Heavy Impact, and then watching Heavy Impact again, I was thinking, they're good, but yeah, that's right, they couldn't have won. So I think it all played out the way it was supposed to.
All right, well, then there you go. Now let's move on to the East, right? We had Bluprint crew. And who else?
Static Noise.
To me, it was I was just watching TL the whole time. I'm sorry. You know, it's like, really, these finalists really stand out, you know, when you bring them all together like that. And to me, I couldn't keep my eyes off of TL and Bluprint crew. It was amazing.
What's new? When have you not been able to take your eyes off her? Never, Ernie.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me.
If you're just tuning in, do you sense a little crush? Yes.
I do have a little crush. If any of you guys know her, let us know. We'd love to have her on the show. We'll even go to Canada if we have to, just to get the interview.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We travel.
Yeah.
Dance Dish goes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay, to me, my favorite part, they brought back in the double dutch. They brought back in all the ropes. It became a little too much, the ropes, until Static Noise did the double dutch. I mean, they challenged themselves. Ernie, come on. To be a crew that does not jump rope and then to be able, all of them go in and to be able to pull off those moves, that's pretty hot.
Okay, if you say so.
I do.
Here's the thing with Saltare, though. You have all 9 of the crews, and you just finished watching the West do their thing, and you're like, wow, amazing! Like, you're left, like, not needing anything more. Then here comes the East. You think you're going to get the same thing, but now you've got ropes in there. You've got this big crowded stage, and now you overcomplicate it with ropes, and I don't know. A dance step is a dance step. When you dance it to music, you're always going to be in rhythm. Having the ropes match that isn't that complicated to me. I'm sorry.
I totally disagree. It's complicated.
Okay.
It's always complicated, Ernie.
All right. Well, I'm sure all you guys agree with me because that's why Saltare went home.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins. Let's battle it out on our show in the comments.
All right,
Tell
that's
me,
cool.
Did I win? I want to know.
Okay, yeah, let
I
us
want
know.
a victory.
It was overcomplicated. That's what I think. All right, let's move on to the South. All right. And to me, all I saw with the South was Jungle Boogie. That's like, they stood out like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and then I was thinking, see, that's what it should have been. It should have been Poreotix, Jungle Boogie, and Bluprint crew in the finals. It would have been East, South, and West, every single region represented, but no, it wasn't like that. But I see why it should have been.
I agree, Ernie. Yeah, I agree. They should have taken the spot. Because I was thinking, Swagger Crew, who? Royal Flush, who?
Yeah.
Like, all these crews come back, and the season, to me, it isn't that long, but it starts to feel like a very long time.
Right.
You're seeing people you kind of don't recognize anymore.
Right. I think, did Royal Flush ever find their card that they kept, disappearing and stuff? I don't know where they found it.
They're gone.
But, yeah, I don't know.
So to me, Jungle Boogie wins that.
Yeah, for sure. Jungle Boogie won that. But out of the whole thing, you're right. I thought the West, obviously, represented the best.
Woo, represent. Hey,
So
we're
then-
from the West.
We are from the West. Hey, good to know.
rules.
Good to know, yo. Hey, so then it's Poreotix and Bluprint Crew and this finale thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, these costumes look a little weird to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look a little weird to me, but then all of a sudden, here comes the marching band. Here comes the doom, 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 like crazy, with the quads and stuff, and it was like watching Drumline.
Yeah, to me, this was the real battle because they came out and they wanted to show America who was going to win and who was the best. And
Right.
I know it wasn't being voted on.
Yeah,
But
and they already knew who the winner was, and
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, the whole stepping thing. like,
Yeah.
that's a good question. Like, do we want to see them in the finale do a dance that's completely out of their style?
Right.
Or do we want to see them rock it in the style that we know that they're really good at?
yeah. Well, to me, you know what? It was kind of cool to have them both be out of their element into a totally different style and watch them both go move for move because they were kind of doing that back and forth, and it's like, oh yeah. Like both of these crews can really dance. And yeah, Poreotix does heavy with the robotics, and yeah, Bluprint Crew does heavy with everything else. But in the end, you take a style that none of them are good at, put it together, they're like equals. You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of cool.
So basically, it came down to just entertaining us, showing us something different. Right?
Yeah, a little,
Pure entertainment.
And then when they did that whole clap thing
Sex
between
up.
the legs and stuff like that was like crazy. Crazy.
They're going to be in the next dance movie.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
gonna be something about
I think so.
stepping.
Yeah, stomp the yard or I don't know what. Yeah.
Okay, so now we get down to it, and Poreotix, they're telling us who's going to win.
Yes.
And Poreotix takes it, Ernie.
Man.
They get it. They get the win. They get that big gold trophy
Yeah.
with the legs wobbling
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah. And the USA prevails, folks.
That's
you see how
right.
we had to do this? We had to keep this in our country, folks.
I got thinking, and I was
Uh-huh.
thinking all along, we went back and forth, should the Canadian team be in and
Right.
should they not?
Right.
And I've reached my final decision, and I'm not going to turn back now.
Right.
Bluprint Crew shouldn't have been in the competition.
They shouldn't have been.
No, they shouldn't have been, because this is America. You look at American Idol, all these other shows where people vote.
Right.
They don't have somebody from another country come in.
Yeah.
That other country has their own show.
Yes,
Right?
that's right.
I don't know if I've said this before on our show or if I was just thinking it, but I think MTV was testing Canada to see if they should have Canada's
There you
best
go.
dance crew.
Although if they really wanted to test them, they should have let them vote, because then they would have been able to judge how many viewers they have
Good
by
point.
the phone lines. But yeah, you're right. I am in a dance crew from Mexico. We're awesome. I mean, we're way better than all the other crews, but we cannot perform because we're from Mexico.
And you can't even show your footage on the internet.
I can't.
We're so restricted.
It's so there's a YouTube, which is the Spanish YouTube. All our stuff is there, but you can't see it here in America.
So let's get back to Poreotix.
Yeah.
Last week they came and they did their robotic style and they did a little bit slower motion, and we kind of posed the question like, can Poreotix win with that style, or should they have continued with the fast pace that we had been seeing the last few weeks?
Right.
And we got a lot of feedback on our YouTube page saying, no, Poreotix went with what they're good at and their original style, and that's going to get them the win. And
Yes,
it did.
it did.
You guys were all right.
You were right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good job. I love it. I love it. So that was the end. But now, what do they tell us at the very end? Next week, they're going to have all 5 champions from all the previous seasons, not competing, but just dancing for their favorite charity. And I was like, wow, I can't wait.
MTV keeps all this stuff so secret. You can't find out what's going on about ABDC anywhere until you got to watch week to week, and then they throw these things at you.
Right.
Hey, there's something new.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have We Are Heroes, Quest Crew, Super Crew, and Jabberwockies all back.
That's going to be crazy. I want to see, because last season when We Are Heroes won, I thought, really though, but what do they look like next to Jabberwockies? You know what I mean? Like, to me, it just didn't seem the same. But now we're gonna have all 5 of them. I can't wait to watch that.
Wow, how interesting! You had the thought, Ernie.
I did.
And now it's all coming.
And now it's all coming through. It's like they listen to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
But it's gonna, like, the other crews have been dancing longer as a crew than some of the recent ones but one.
True.
So we might see
Although
the difference.
Poreotix, they said, has been auditioning since season 3. I'm sure a lot of the other crews have been auditioning for a long time as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they might all have the same type of background or experience. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see.
All I know, Ernie, is this is our last episode for season 5 of America's Best Dance Crew. I'm gonna miss all you guys.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't have to miss us, because guess what? We also do a Dancing with the Stars show that you can be checking out with some really awesome farewells, and coming up pretty soon, So You Think You Can Dance.
Coming this summer.
Yeah.
And America's Best. We're gonna have a busy year.
Yeah.
Wow, and some interviews too coming up. We're gonna just have a lot of stuff thrown out there for you guys.
There you go.
Okay, check us out on Dancing with the Stars. I'm your host, Tami Daniels.
I'm Ernie Macias.
And thanks for watching The Fresh Dish.